sorry that the last video got cut off as abruptly as it did. I'm doing a video a little bit earlier this week just because a few more updates. Started having more pregnancy symptoms, and one that's some of the most uncomfortable, which I think is what caused my stomach pain, is being backed up. Husband gave me an apple, and well, that helped, but a little too well. So if you are this far along and that starts happening to you, apples do work, applesauce. So you're not trying to get like stool softeners and things like that. Something else, whole wheat bread and vegetables. Just load up on applesauce, apples, and vegetables, and you will be a-okay. And please don't forget your water. I'm in like this endless cycle to where I'm super tired, so I'm starting to wake up later. Then when I wake up, I don't want to eat because I feel sick. But when I eat, I don't feel sick anymore. But then if I eat too frequently, then I feel sick again. So I'm trying to find that even balance right now of meal times, meal sizes, actually eating snacks. I'm trying to find snacks to throw in there throughout the day. We originally thought I was having a girl this time around because of how my son was acting and because I was wanting sweets and stuff. But I'm not too sure anymore because now if I think or try to eat anything sweet, it's a no go. This now the baby doesn't even want the muffins I got, doesn't even want coffee. Not that I was drinking a lot of it, but like on those days where I needed to pick me up, I had a little cup of coffee. Doesn't want that. Doesn't want the breakfast cereal bars because they're sweet. I can get away with certain cereals, like my what is that? Honey bunches of oats with almonds. Because yeah, it's got some sweet to it, but it's not super sweet. But after a little while, then I have to stop eating that too. Um, it is not good to eat a bunch of dairy when you're slightly lactose intolerant, but a little dairy does help, especially the yogurt for the good bacteria in it. I don't even know what I'm rambling on about no more. um, just been really tired, been sleeping. Well, yeah, getting up periodically too, but sleeping at least 9 to 10 hours a day. Sometimes going to bed at 11 or 12 and not waking up till 11 or 12. And then still taking a nap in the middle of the day. So we're supposed to be getting Bubby for Easter this weekend and taking him back to his other mom Tuesday. And I'm praying Lord give me some energy because our little boy has a lot of energy. What is this on my face? I don't know. But yeah, good thing that my husband will hopefully be home from work during those days so he can help me out if I need a nap. But I'm looking forward to it. I really like Easter. It's one of my favorite holidays. And I know what a lot of you say, it's not a Christian holiday. I believe that it's all about what you're celebrating, whether it originated as a pagan holiday or started out as a Christian holiday and they merged it with the pagan holiday. Same thing with Christmas. As long as your meaning behind it for why you're celebrating it is a good one. Like, I didn't even know what some of these pagan things were until somebody was telling me. I'm not celebrating it for fertility. I'm not celebrating for this or for that. I'm celebrating it as a celebration of one of a big sacrifice that Jesus did for us. And that was him being crucified and rose again so that when I die, when my husband dies, when my son dies, we have a chance of actually going to heaven. Before that, we didn't because everybody was born into sin. There was no chance. So that's why I celebrate Easter. Yes, we might dye eggs. Yes, we might do an Easter egg hunt. But we also remember the reason for the season. Same thing with Christmas. Yes, we put up a tree. Yes, we put decorations and do presents, but yes, we also celebrate each other year round and do presents year round. So I feel like we shouldn't cut out all holidays or all celebrations unless it has to do with God. I heard somebody tell me you shouldn't celebrate birthdays because that's something. So now you're telling me that we're not supposed to celebrate the day that we came into this world, we were given life. I don't know. Just for me, as long as we're doing it for the right reasons and it's not a bad reason in our eyes, as long as it's not something like that, like let us celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate my kids' birthdays. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday. I'm gonna celebrate my husband's birthday, our anniversaries, all the holidays we want to celebrate, as long as they're in good fun and it's just family. It's about family, about love, about remembering what was going on that time of year and why we're doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna celebrate Valentine's Day. I gotta look into what St. Patrick's Day is about because I know it's not just about drinking and green, but I forgot what that one was about. But yeah, sorry I'm rambling on a little bit. But yeah, I just thought that was something that was on my mind. I talked to my husband about it yesterday about how people are saying you shouldn't celebrate a lot of holidays because of the pagan background behind it. And that's just how I feel about it. Because if we cut out all the holidays, then when are we supposed to celebrate? Yeah, they say do it every day, but I like to have a little gap or we would go broke. I like to have a little space before doing a celebration, or we just wouldn't have no money for any of them. And then if you come up with your own, then people aren't going to understand, okay, why are you celebrating today? Da-da-da-da. Might as well just leave it how it is because it just works for us. And why not celebrate life, love, family, happiness whenever you feel like it? So, yeah. Sorry, it's a little rambling. But I'm not in the business of editing because I think with my channel, I'm giving you the real me and everything on this journey with me. And hopefully, after this journey, I find something else to talk about on this channel. We made it to 7 weeks today. So, my baby is the size of a blueberry. I don't know why all of them is food oriented. Last week, I think the baby was a poppy seed. Everything's food oriented. But today, the baby is the size of a blueberry. So, that's about the size of the top part of my finger. So that's how big the baby is, but it feels like it's this big. So we should also be able to find out if it's one or two babies at my next appointment next Wednesday. They should be able to see. So whatever God gives us, we're happy for. I know the last time around when I was pregnant with Jacob, we were just praying, praying, praying. It was only one baby. But I am happy, thankful, and grateful for whatever God decides to bless us with. I know I say that, and then if I get on here and I'm like, it's triplets. If that's what He blesses us with, but I don't think so. But we're looking forward to the scan, seeing the baby, seeing how our little gummy bear looks. We're still in between calling the baby Sweet Pea or Bunny, like Honey Bunny. I call my son Honey Man sometimes. So I just thought it was cute for either Sweet Pea or Bunny or something like that. I don't know. When I was pregnant with Jacob, we just called him Bean because we didn't know whether he was a boy or girl until the day that I miscarried and I had him. Then they finally told us it was a boy. So it was really bittersweet. It was really like because we would have found out the week after that. I had a doctor's appointment the week after I miscarried and gave birth to Jacob. We would have found out his gender, and we were still in the process of planning his baby shower and everything. And I just remember we needed to wait until we found out the gender in order to plan a baby shower. So we were waiting and holding off on stuff, which is probably kind of good that we did because I didn't make it to full term and it just would have been sadder to try to tell everybody that it was off. But yeah, so we found out that day that it was a boy. And yeah, Our son actually named him because a couple weeks before that, like a month or two before that, he told his other mom that he had a brother and his brother's name was Jacob. And me and my husband were looking at each other like, we're not naming the baby Jacob. No, the baby's going to be a junior. His name's not going to be Jacob. Well, since we had the baby early, we decided to go ahead and give the baby the name that our son gave him. And so the baby's name was Jacob. And then we gave the baby's middle name came from his godfather. So it was Jacob Cody. And yeah, he was the most beautiful baby I had ever seen. And I know it sounds weird, but to me, he just looked perfect. I guess because he was a blend of me and my husband, but to me, he just looked perfect. So I'm just so happy that I've healed in a way to where I can look back on all of it and find some good memories, good feelings about it all instead of the trauma and the hurt and the sadness and the blame and the anger that I felt before, where I would just break down at the drop of a hat just thinking about it, constantly wanting to blame somebody, blame myself, blame anybody, because I didn't understand why this sweet, sweet baby had to be taken from the world. But I can look back on it and cherish the time that I did have with him, and that we got to spend that day with him before we had to figure out what to do and just be with him. And we actually got his footprints and got a photo or two of him. And it was just a really, really nice, sweet time for me and my husband. And we just kind of clung around each other in our main support systems and blocked out everything else out, but clung around our main support people, like our parents. And then just had to heal, had to take time, had to heal. He took time off work. Thank God he was able to take time off work and they were understanding. And he stayed with me, and I've had to pray so hard because I started feeling worried this time around. I just had to pray to relieve that feeling of, oh, it's going to happen again. Any little thing, oh, something's wrong with the baby. Oh, something here, oh, something there. And I was like, I had to rebuke that feeling of loss, that feeling of worry, that feeling of frustration, and just say, I put it in your hands, Lord. I know that you have me. I have been armored with the knowledge and the experience of what happened last time. My doctors are behind me 100% to know exactly what to do, when to do it. And I get more checks this time around. I know what to look for. They know what to look for. I have a diagnosis, incompetent cervix. So I get more medical professional help and just checks than I got last time around. And I feel like if I would have had those checks last time around, they would have caught it, because the appointment I had with the doctor before I lost Jacob, there was no ultrasound. They just listened for the heartbeat. For some reason, I was really, really down and depressed in those last couple of days, and I didn't even know why. But I guess my body knew. But yeah, I feel like if I would have had an ultrasound that day, they would have saw my cervix length and they would have known, oh no. Or if I would have went to you see, I'm doing it again. If I would have, we can't do that. But now that I know, if I feel anything that feels weird, I get more checks, they can see, baby will be taken care of, and we will be IC. But yeah, you got to see that little spiral just then about me, just in my head going through the this could have happened, that could have happened, if that happened, if that happened. And that's part of healing. That's part of what happens when you've had this kind of trauma. But yeah, we made it to 7 weeks. And my next appointment's next Wednesday. I know I said I was going to put the link to where I'm registered down below, but I'm still fiddling and editing my registries. So I know we're registered at Walmart, we're registered on Amazon, and I have to fix the registry on Target. Just look for either Teresa's registry or Teresa and Charles. And then it should pop up. It should say right now that we're in South Carolina, but it'll change in a couple months because we're relocating. So for right now, it'll say that. And if y'all decide to get something, by all means, thank you. And it'll get mailed to us from Amazon, through Amazon or whatever. And thank you so much. But my baby shower is not until July. And I have my lovely mother in law and my lovely aunt planning it for me. And we're going through things. And I'm just really looking forward to it. Looking forward to baby. Baby will be 6 months at the baby shower. I know some of y'all are probably thinking that's kind of early, but considering that I have IC and the baby could come early, hopefully not in a stable term, but because it could, I'd rather have it earlier. And because I don't need to travel, because we'll have to travel, I don't need to travel after a certain point, just for medical purposes and for my purposes. And I already know my doctor's going to say no after a certain point. So it's better to just go ahead and get it done and get it out the way. Have that time to celebrate with friends and family and just have a good time. Oh, I didn't realize it had already been 16 minutes. But I will link the registries on the one for Wednesday because I wasn't planning on doing a video for today. And like I said, most of my videos, if they seem weird or unprofessional, it's because I don't have the software, the cameras, the time to edit this stuff. I'd rather just talk to y'all and just go off the top of my head. Maybe I'll start writing down bullet points or something to keep me more on track because ADD. Or maybe not. Some days you'll see and I'll be peppy, and other days I might be down. Hormones. And just life. But yeah. Thank y'all for sitting with me through this video. And if you notice, I actually braided my hair down today. We gotta go get an Easter basket later. So yeah. We got one basket for him. One of them is for him to put his eggs in that he finds. I think I'm just gonna hide them in the house because we have a 2-story house right now. I think I'm just gonna hide them in the house for him. But the other basket, I think we're going to get a pre-made one because I was going to make him one, but I don't know. I still might. I don't know. But I thought it would be easier just running the store and get one that was already put together, get 2 that was already put together, say, here you go, with some extra candy inside of the ones that we had. Or the ones that I would have put in the basket. Because, you know, they have those, like, kid surprise eggs. We can hide those for him to find. And then with the ones with the candy. So I think that's what I might do because it'll be a little bit quicker and easier and not take as much, I guess, brain power. Because I have so many ideas that sometimes it's hard to pick. Ooh. Sorry, it was eyelash. But thank you for staying here with me. Sorry the video is longer than normal. But and all my notification noises. But I will see y'all Wednesday when I do the next video. Bye.